Well, I am sick and tired of garbage claim owners. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them, and I'm tired of the topic of mineral claims not being discussed in a real and nuanced way. I see conversations about this topic on Facebook, and I have them in private, but it's mostly Facebook that you see these conversations taking place in a public way, and it's a mixture of comments from idiots, people trying to gaslight each other, and nobody gets anywhere. There's just a bunch of nonsense. So I think this is a great time, a great place behind me here to have this conversation. So let me get this straight away, make this nice and clear. I am not talking about claim owners who found material, are actively working that material, and selling that material. You are not the claim owners that I'm talking about. You are the exception. You are like under 5% of the number of claims on minerals on public lands in America. You are the tiny percentage, not talking about you. People like Brian and Julie, Arizona Rockhound Expeditions, the guys at the Bubble Opal claim, the people that have the Sunstone claims in Oregon, the two guys, Amethyst claim, the people that are actively working claims and bringing it to market. I am not talking about them. If you want to leave a comment and try to make the conversation about those people, I'm sorry, this conversation's over your head, and you're not privy to the conversation. You're just saying things into the internet. So, who am I talking about then? If not the people claiming minerals and getting them out of the ground. I'm talking about international holding companies. I'm talking about land squatters. I'm talking about claim flippers. These are the people that make up the vast majority of claims, and they're terrible, and I don't like them. And I think I have a good case for that, but I want your opinion. I might be wrong. I might be totally wrong here, and you might be able to say something that makes me think that these 95% of claim owners are awesome and they are a necessary thing in America. So let's get right into it. I think international, okay, there are gigantic swaths of Nevada and Utah, as an example, that are under mineral claim, and the companies that have these claims are from South Africa, from Mexico, and from Canada. And I think that is wildly unacceptable. From what I can tell, they are not doing anything. They are just
in case.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, what if the price of nickel goes up, like to a point where it's now valuable and we can go extract it? Why do they get to sit on like 5,000 acres? I'm not exaggerating this. There's some that have thousands and thousands of acres under claim. Why do they get to just be like, yeah, it's just mine in case? I can forever.
No time limit.
I mean, they just pay their $200 and they get their 20 acres, and for this giant company that has tons of investors, they can have a near infinite number of claims. Why is that okay? I can't think of a good reason. If you can think of a good reason why a South African gold company gets to have priority access to all the minerals of a giant area of Nevada, please fill me in and let me know, because I would like to learn here. I think the next topic is land squatters. I guess the next topic should probably be claim flippers, because they're also kind of a squatter. We'll talk about the flippers. It is a whole business model to stake a claim on land and then talk it up on the internet and try to sell that claim to the greater fool. To be like...
stake a claim from afar, potentially.
There's a guy out in Ohio who has a bunch of claims here in Utah. I seriously doubt he's ever came. He just filed the paperwork or purchased the claims for, let's say, I don't know, $500. Bought the claims, never came out, and he's selling them online for $3,000 in hopes that somebody buys it.
$3,500, so you're still paying the $500-ish normal fees you'd have to pay, plus a little off the top for him.
Why is that a business, right? Like, in my mind, the concept of a claim is that you're like, I found a thing here. I found it here, and I'm filing a claim to protect it while I extract those resources and bring them to market. That does not mean like, oh, I just claim things and then I lie on the internet in hopes that somebody believes that lie and pays me money. That was never the intention of these mining acts, to be able to do that. That's just such a far outlier. I don't see a reason why that should exist. If you have a reason as to why that exists, that somebody can do that as a business, let me know. They don't work the claim. It's untested stuff. It's not like a situation where somebody claimed it and they found gold and then they had a guy come out and drill cores and then do like a core drill map and where they grind all of that rock and tell you, oh, this core had this much gold. And no. We're not talking about that. I wish it was that for everybody. That is not the case. We're talking about somebody just being like staking it and lying.
Also, it's not like claims that get handed down or sold. Like the Bubble Opal claim has had several owners over the years, but it's the selling of an active tested claim to people who will actively work it. Not like, well, there's a claim down there, so they claimed this and it's probably good, pay me $3,000.
Yeah,
different. Those are two different situations.
There are laws in place about how many vehicles you can sell. That's a thing, right? Like there's laws in place about how many vehicles that you can sell. I don't know if it's like every month or something. And they're trying to use that as a way of preventing people from being illegal car dealerships, an unregistered car dealership. What about that? Why can't you? Why? Maybe they can only sell 5 claims a month, right? What if you had a limit on it? I don't know. You let me know about the whole claim flipping thing, if that's something that we need still today. Well, that brings us up to the big topic at hand here, which are land squatters. Now, if you're not familiar with the concept of land squatting, mineral claim squatting, well, we're on one right now. We're on a squatted claim here in southern Utah. You can see it back there. Isn't it pretty? It's beautiful, beautiful public lands. So we are on the Queen Mary claim, which I believe they claimed this for gold. And speaking of gold, did you know that everywhere in southern Utah has gold? Everywhere. It's such an insignificant amount of gold, like, we're talking like micro speck flour dust, like without a microscope, you're not seeing it gold. And there's a lot of gold claims out here which are being held by squatters. Now you can come out to a claim like this and we can walk around and there you'll find 0 signs of working. And we're going to walk around here and we're going to look, double check. There's not going to be a single sign. There's not going to be a monument. There's not going to be a single indicator because they claimed this in
I think it's on the top.
2011, and they've been paying their $200 fee, their maintenance fees, which I think they went up at one point. I don't think I have that on this paper. The fees were like down to $150, so they've gone up a little bit. Should this be a thing? Should we just let somebody claim land forever and never work it and just be like, have it for indefinitely?
You can still pan for gold without a claim. I mean, they don't need a claim to look for gold here.
No, the same as like, here. I can pick up this rock, okay, without a claim. Like,
So unless they're working it or they're making enough to sell, there's no reason to have the claim.
So a large percentage of these like land squatters are maintaining old claims. And I have some evidence of that, some of it anecdotal, but what I have heard and what I have seen is that claims will get passed to somebody else within a family. And, it might be like that in 2011, this was grandpa's last mineral claim. And now his kids or his grandkids are just paying that $200 annual fee to keep it in the family. They have no interest in this, right? They're not working it.
Maybe you like the idea of you come out here and find gold and you're going to strike it rich. One of these days you're going to do it. That's why you got to keep your claim. A lot of people have ideas like that.
Should that be allowed? That's my question. Should we be able to just be like, it's an unworked thing in our family forever?
Or even the same person.
Yeah, or even the same person, I guess.
15 years?
Yeah. How many decades do you get to do that, in your opinion? Should that change? I'm asking you, the viewer, should that change? Should we develop a different system here? Like I said already once, I am not talking about people that are finding deposits, actively working those deposits, taking that material and selling that material. Not talking about that. I am talking about this, okay? This. I'm also talking a little bit about these. These are rockhounding guidebooks, okay? They exist for every state.
I don't know. Is there any state without a guidebook? Probably not.
Hawaii?
Rhode Island?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hawaii, probably.
Washington, D.C. Is there a Washington, D.C. rock? It doesn't matter. We're only talking about the good states out west.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. all the mean commenters from Rhode
I
Island.
thought people would be upset about your claim comments, but they're upset about your diss on the East Coast.
Yes. So, the idea is you struck it out. You climbed these mountains. You found your deposit. You put a claim on it. You're a miner now. You're living on site when it's not, ground isn't frozen. And you're getting your rocks out of the ground. And you're selling it. And you're carving out a life for yourself. Or you picked up a copy of Gem Trails of Utah off of Amazon.com, and you went through and you're like, wowee, look, there's, Long Valley Junction, Mount Carmel, whatever these places are that are in the books. And you're like, go out and you're like, not under claim. I checked it on the BLM MLRS. Well, guess what? I'm a claim owner now. I staked a claim and it was approved. And look at me. I'm like Lewis and Clark discovering the new lands of minerals. And that has happened a lot. And it is both stupid and ridiculous that is allowed and tolerated. For those of you familiar with Utah, we have the Rock Corral Mineral Mountains, basically fully under claim now. You can see these maps here. We have the Sunstone Knoll under claim. We have the Wonderstone locality under claim. These people discovered zero things, okay?
I mean, the Sunstone Knoll, there's literally signs on the road directing you to it. That's a little embarrassing.
The BLM is also at fault here for approving this, right? The whole spirit of this whole mineral claims, the mining acts, is that you went out and you're scratching a life for yourself out of the earth. It does not mean you went and picked up historical books and you're like, that's mine now. And, people want to be like, oh, they did the research, they did the work. And you're like, dude, you bought this on eBay for I bought this one for $3. And you look in here and you're like, oh, Utah, Sunstones, 1966. You didn't discover nothing. Why? What is the answer here, right? That is what I'm hoping to get out of this, is a real conversation about the international holders, the land claim flippers, the claim squatters, and the people that have no capacity to prospect, just taking pre-existing things and being like, mine now, because it's these latter people and situations that create a lot of problems for me and you, rockhounds, people that love coming out and doing these things. It is not just affecting people rockhounding. I have seen so many internet witch hunts, because here's what will happen. Somebody will get one of these books. They will claim a very well-known rockhounding location that has been visited by people for 70 years and put up trail cams. And then they take those trail cam photos and they post them on Facebook. And they're like, so-and-so is a claim jumper. Let's find who this person is. The sheriff wants to talk to him. And what you then get underneath that is a bunch of comments from people being like, yeah, I'd kill him. Yeah, I'd bury him. There'd be a shallow grave there. And you're like,
it's pretty extreme.
It's very extreme. First off, you can't go around murdering people because they're on your claim. You can't even go murdering people because they picked up your rock and took it, right? Like, that does not in any way entitle you to commit homicide. And it shouldn't take some guy with a camera to tell you that, okay? That's just not the way the world works. You can call the sheriff. I could call the sheriff on Sarah. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that. But you can't go around murdering people. Some of the most egregious things that I've seen is somebody being like taking a blurry side profile game cam photo of somebody and asking AI to rebuild that person's face that they posted. And you're like, this is absolutely bonkers. I think it is insane. Do you think it's insane? Am I the crazy one? Feel free to tell me. Be like, Jared, you're crazy, man. I use AI to regenerate faces from blurry side profiles for witch hunts all the time.
I hope not. I hope nobody leaves that comment.
Oh, now somebody's going to take you. They're going to leave that comment. I'm just honestly shocked by it. You know, it is a sad situation that I think we find ourselves in, us lovers of rocks and minerals and the beautiful outdoors, because it is being abused. They're using a old, antiquated system and abusing it, in my opinion. Is my opinion wrong? Is that the wrong opinion? Do I need to say it again? That I am not talking about people that are finding new deposits, claiming them, pulling those things out of the ground and putting it on Etsy or vending at a show and bringing it to market. Casey Santee, Matt Richards, I'm calling out people that I know that have claims that are great examples of somebody that went out and found a thing, claimed the thing, sold the thing. And I don't think any of them would be like, yeah, we got all the jasper out of there and we're just holding on to this claim every year for sentimental reasons. I think they'd be like, nah, dude, I'm a miner. I went and got this. It's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business. It's not your private, like, squatter retreat, in my opinion. And a lot of the talk about claims is always centered around those people and not the other people that I'm talking about here. So I just want to make this extra clear so the kids in the back of the class eating crayons can fully let that sink in, you know? What am I missing? I mean, I'm probably missing something.
There's a expectation from claim owners to know when you're on their claim, but they also don't want to mark them, which...
Yeah, there is that, like, kind of, you can't have it both ways, right? You can't be like, the MLRS, the BLM MLRS, which is the only official way of looking up claims, is a terrible website, man. Like, it's awful. Like, it doesn't load. It's slow sometimes. It just does broken down, right? Good luck using that on mobile on your phone.
Yeah, you're not using that on your phone where you don't have good service.
So you're not actively looking them up. So you can maybe look them up in advance, but then you come out and it's all range and township, it's GPS. Most people from my own kind of polls don't understand GPS, they don't understand range and township. So you can't be like, I'm unwilling to mark my claim so that people know they're on a claim, and I want people to know they're on the claim and not come on the claim, even though it's public land. You can come on the claim, you just can't collect the rocks from the claim. And you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, make it hard to find while trying to enforce the boundaries of it and the rules around it. And then they'll be like, I put up signs, but people tear down the signs. Well, it's your job to maintain things like that. And it becomes this like unproductive circular conversation that really goes nowhere but people flaming each other in the comment sections of posts. And I hope that doesn't become this. You know, I'm literally asking you questions. So I hope that you take that seriously and you leave a nice, thoughtful comment, like something that's like well presented and not like all caps. You're easy to ignore cap lock users.
Yeah.
If I come up with anything else, we'll chat about it. But I do think we're going to walk around the Queen Mary here and we're going to look for signs, paperwork, monuments, and we are going to... active workings. Like, I'm pretty good at identifying where somebody has dug. So...
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Check it
Come
out.
on, you're going to come with us. One thing that I can say here is that Iron County and Washington County do a great job of grading these middle of nowhere roads.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so nice. And you can see the signs of the grading here. I mean, it is very beautiful in here. You can see the little creek down there. That's Pinto Creek. It's pretty. So right there in the center of your screen is the corner of the claim. The claim. Right there on the other side of the creek here. Nothing over there that I can see. There's no posts or nothing. I guess we should go over there. Yeah, let's go over there.
How?
And we'll go down and jump the
Really
creek.
steep.
It is steep.
I mean, we can get down, but I don't know if we can get up.
Yeah, we can. We're doing it. Exact northwest corner of their claim. Nothing. I'm like on the dot. There's no old T-posts. There's no rock piles. There's no 4x4s. There's nothing. Nothing?
Yeah, well, maybe corner number 2.
Yeah.
Cow path.
Yeah, we'll take the cow path.
I mean, here's a hole.
I don't see any signs of sluicing or gold mining or rock collecting here.
There's a hole, a small hole. Maybe they're just being really responsible and doing, the reclamation.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why you can't find it. This isn't frozen. The other stuff was frozen. Well, you could come to someone's gold claim. I don't know, can you dig on someone's claim?
Yes.
You can dig a hole.
So,
You come to the claim, you dig, you sluice it in the perfect little creek, and then you just dump it.
obviously, I'm not a lawyer. Don't take anything I say as legal advice. But in theory, you could also destroy everything. Like, I could come here with an 8-pound sledgehammer to anybody's claim, and I could smash every rock. I could backfill every hole, and I don't believe there's anything legally that could be done, since I am not removing the rocks, I'm just smashing the rocks.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that either. That is definitely bad advice that you should not follow, because you're kind of asking for a confrontation when you're just like out there smashing rocks for the funsies of smashing rocks.
Yeah, not helping.
So let me see the bottom of your shoe. Technically, that would be taking of mineral,
No.
right? Like, say, there's definitely some rock in there. Okay, we're gonna go down the road and we're gonna look at the other corner. Claim's really big. I'm not going up and over that hill. But I don't know. Give me a helicopter. We drove down the road because it's kind of a big claim, and this road cuts right through. So now we're going to go look at another corner. Any predictions, Sarah? What do you think? You think clear signs of monumenting?
I'm doubtful.
My recommendation to everybody watching this is to always, don't follow what somebody says on the internet. I know that's rich, right? You're watching a video on somebody on the internet and you're listening to me. But what I mean is, use your best judgment, do your own digging, use the BLM website. Do not listen to Facebook. Do not listen to commenters on Facebook. Generally, they're morons. The best thing to do is to, once you realize something is a claim, just don't ever pick up anything. And on top of that, I would say, if you see like a camera, right? Like a game cam, best thing to do is leave your business card.
Yeah.
I have business cards on me. That's what I intend on doing if I see a camera. It'd be like, card, wave, show it, something like that. You know, I don't think there's any harm in advising people of that. But, yeah.
I picked this up, but we're going to put it back down.
Quartz. Of course it is. There's always quartz everywhere we go. but the corners of the claim should have something. That's my understanding. Like, it doesn't have to be flawlessly maintained forever, but at some point there's probably like a post, a something, and that's what I'm looking for. You know, like the thing is, BLM does like zero verification, so people just don't do it. And yeah, you know, not the claim owners, the claim squatters. That's who I'm talking about. Also, I have a strong feeling that if you're a company in South Africa claiming our public lands, you're also not doing anything to indicate that it is a claim.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too... there's no walking. That's like a wall of wood, and I didn't bring anything for cutting branches.
We might be able to get through here.
Dude, I can't fit through that.
Somebody cut it at one point.
They did. Interesting. We are in the middle of nowhere right now. Both,
I mean,
kind of geographically,
we're
and then also like locally, there's no reason somebody would come out here except...
I think we have to keep going.
I'm going to put you away because I don't want to get you screwed up, and I'm going to climb through this brush. Yeah, this place is like impossibly thick to navigate, but it is interesting that we have branches here that are clean cut.
Somebody's navigating it.
That is so weird. Like, there's nothing out here.
There's no reason to walk out here.
Like, we're overlanding it with GPS here.
We're not even following a wash or a deer trail.
Yeah, we're just bushwhacking. And how much further do you think we got?
We're probably just half, a little more than half. We could go that way. That way.
We're getting there.
I think we need to go.
Go
Maybe
up and
that
around. Okay, yeah. These like little ravines are so thick that like there's just, you need like some loppers to get in. Hope this is coming off as difficult as it actually is on camera, because it's extremely like thick of just like scrubby oak forever.
We could just go in a circle. I don't see a way through here.
Well, dang. I was hoping to find their other corners, but I feel like it's a little...
Maybe. So this is a maybe.
Yeah.
There might be a monument out there. We can't rule it out.
No, we can't.
So,
too thick. Abort mission.
But if that's what you're using to tell people your claim is here, is a monument out there on that corner, I don't think that's going to be very successful.
I think your best point of success for that would be the road.
Yeah.
And all of the access points from the road into the claim.
I don't know, somebody just like want firewood. They're just like, I want to practice my cutting.
Yeah.
There might not be anything out there. I don't know. But yeah, if you're using that to communicate that your claim exists, and then you're expecting it to work, you're gonna have a bad time.
That was like impossibly thick to walk through. I couldn't believe that. Out of all the places, I wasn't expecting it to be that thick in there. I can't imagine doing that in the springtime or in the summer. It'd be like impassable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no indications of this being a claim. I think I've made my point. If you want to answer those questions that I asked in this video, please do so. I want to say I am very open to being wrong about these things. You know, like, I got no stake in the game other than, I don't know, wanting to go pick up a gallon of rock, some fun places.
Not have your picture posted on Facebook of people saying they want to bury you in the woods.
Yeah,
Also, don't want that.
that's bound to happen eventually. I'm calling it. We go to enough places.
No, you'd be recognized. We would get recognized on a camera.
Yeah,
Unless they only had this much and then they use AI.
They're like using
Yeah.
AI to reassemble the ball on my hat into the human it's attached to.
Yes. And then you'd be like, but what if it was a cat human?
Yes.
It might be.
Uh,
You should probably get AI to do that too.
a,
Cover all your bases.
a reptilian overlord human hybrid. Maybe. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming along on this. Listening, hearing me out, there needs to be a nuanced conversation taking place in a real way. And nobody wants to have it. Well, heck, I might as well have it. So, any last words, Sarah? Everything's so pokey out here. Okay, any last words, Sarah?
No.
I walked into that thing. That sucked.
What the response is to that.
A post-sentence from Sarah.
Oh, I think that there's a lot of people who seem to just ignore the claims, and that's an option to do.
I would not recommend it.
People certainly do. I mean, nobody in the South African gold company is going to know that you pulled off the side of the road and picked up a couple pieces of obsidian.
True.
So there's a spectrum of claim jumping that one can decide for themselves what they're comfortable with. We do not recommend claim jumping, and we don't claim jump.
I think you can maybe compare it to speed limits, right? People have their own amount that they're willing to speed. Some not at all. Some are 80 on the freeway in Utah is too fast, even though it's the speed limit, so they go under. Your mileage may vary. My recommendation and the rules that I observe would be to never ever claim jump. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Rocks are prevalent, and try to reach out to claim owners, which brings up probably the topic that we did forget, which is their ability to hide their information. People are always like, reach out to the claim owners. Like, no, a lot of claims are an LLC with a representative, which means that they're hidden. You can't even find any info.
They're mostly just plain hidden.
Yeah.
Not even a LLC to look up. It's just XXXX redacted on the paperwork that is
on the
posted
case
online.
surveys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, interesting topic to say the least. Let's go.
Yeah.